Subscribe for deeper sports stories, smarter breakdowns, and the game within the game.
They tried to silence him. They tried to erase him. They tried to make the world forget his name. But he refused to disappear. He was an athlete who conquered the field, an actor who conquered Broadway, a singer whose voice shook nations. And when he used that power to demand justice, the system turned on him. This is the story of a Renaissance man that America tried to erase. This is the story of Paul Robeson, and this is Behind the Whistle. Paul Robeson was born in 1898, the son of a formerly enslaved man. He grew up knowing the world was stacked against him, but went on to become an American bass baritone concert artist, actor, professional football player, and activist who became famous both for his cultural accomplishments and for his political stances. In 1915, Robeson won an academic scholarship to Rutgers College in New Brunswick, New Jersey, where he was the only African-American student. While at Rutgers, he was twice named a consensus All-American in football and was elected class valedictorian. He later went on to earn his law degree from Columbia Law School. He even played in the NFL. But the applause never protected him from racism, segregated hotels, hostile crowds, broken bones. Still, he rose because he believed greatness was meaningless unless it served something greater. After his sports career ended, Robeson stunned the world again. He became one of the most celebrated Black performers of his era. He starred in Broadway productions like Showboat and Othello, becoming the first Black actor to portray Othello on Broadway. His voice, deep, rich, unforgettable, made him an international star. But he changed the lyrics to Old Man River. He refused to sing about submission. He sang about resistance. His rendition of Old Man River became the benchmark for all future performers of the song. Robeson wasn't just performing, he was awakening. Robeson spoke openly against racism in America, colonial oppression, fascism, economic injustice. He supported labor unions, African independence from colonization, and civil rights worldwide. During the Cold War, the U.S. labeled him dangerous. A month after Robeson began criticizing his country's role in the Korean War, the U.S. State Department demanded that he return his passport. When he asked why his passport had been restricted, he was told his frequent criticism of the treatment of Blacks in the United States should not be aired in foreign countries. So they blacklisted him in the U.S., and with no passport, his ability to travel internationally for work was over. This one act ruined his career. He lost contracts, lost friends, lost everything. But he never apologized. After Robeson's passport was returned in June 1958, he immediately left the U.S. for Europe. In October 1960, Robeson embarked on a 2-month concert tour of Australia and New Zealand with his wife Essie, primarily to generate money at the behest of Australian politician Bill Morrow. Robeson left Australia as a respected, albeit controversial figure, and his support for Aboriginal rights had a profound effect in Australia over the next decade. In December 1963, Robeson returned to the United States and for the remainder of his life lived mainly in seclusion. He briefly assumed a role in the civil rights movement, making a few major public appearances before falling seriously ill during a tour. Paul Robeson proved that fame without courage is empty. Early in his life, Robeson was one of the most influential participants in the Harlem Renaissance. His achievements in sport and culture were all the more impressive given the barriers of racism he had to surmount. Paul Robeson's many accomplishments remain obscured by the propaganda of those who tirelessly dogged him throughout his life. His role in the history of civil rights and as a spokesperson for the oppressed of other nations remains relatively unknown. If we are going to remember Paul Robeson for anything, it should be for the courage and the dignity with which he struggled for his own personal voice and for the rights of all people. This brief overview only sheds a small light on the exceptional life of a remarkable man, and that man was named Paul Robeson. Thanks for watching this episode of Behind the Whistle. If you found this story meaningful, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments.